Hi, Felix.
Hi, Andrew. How are you today?
I'm good. That's a little flat. I wanted some energy, man.
Oh, okay.
Because it's my top 10, and it's fine for me to just be carried by you and yours, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not mine, so I'm a little bored. How are you going to excite me?
Well, you got to pick one.
A watch?
Have a guess.
Oh, okay.
Have a guess. What's in my top 10?
Tudor.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Actually.
Is it the Black 58? So close.
I wanted an element of surprise. It is the 58.
Oh, right. I thought I got it wrong.
No, it is. It is, and it's because the case has been one of the factors of the Black Bay that was up for refinement.
Up for? Well, that's a very nice way of saying it.
Yes, and that's exactly what this did. It basically put the watch in a pantheon with a lot of other famous watches I'm not going to mention with similar cases. Slimmer, more wearable every day. Loved it.
Who doesn't love it?
And I missed it at Basel. I went for the GMT, and I remember I wrote a whole post about how I regretted that. So this is my time.
You're having a do-over.
Citizen erased. Back.
Well, next up, do I have another guess?
Go, keep going.
Hermes? I'm just saying that because we're staring at their booth right now.
Negatory.
Oh,
I did love that square one with the little second hand. Yeah,
that's
that was
very
cool.
So no Hermes, that's disappointing.
Nope.
What instead, you went for?
I went for the Grand Seiko, and interestingly, for the first time in Time+Tide history, we both have quartz watches in our top 10.
Hang on. Oh, hey, no, I've got the Longines.
Yes, you have. You got the VHP.
Yep.
I have got the Grand Seiko Quartz GMT.
Oh, that is a banger.
Yes.
With the green and goldy one.
Aussie colours. Loved it.
And who doesn't?
Obviously, the case, the bezel, the dial's got this crazy sort of circuitry pattern on it.
Yeah. Quartz is cool.
Quartz is cool.
And what's next, Andrew?
The Moser Endeavour Perpetual Moon Concept in red gold.
What a name, what a watch.
Might have just checked that on my phone. I love this watch. It is elegant. It is elegant, actually.
Wow, hella elegant.
It is, and it was captured so profoundly by our photographer that when I saw the shots, it hit me in the...
It did things.
It did things. Emotions were happening.
Wow.
And I think you can't ask for much more than that.
Well, I mean, that's great.
So very Moser. Not at the really avant-garde, pushing the boundaries end of the scale.
Who needs that? You just want a banger of a watch that looks beautiful and...
And one little tiny detail to look out for is the difference in texture of the dial and the aperture for the moon phase.
Well, lovely. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
You do? There's a slight granulation, and it's one of those tiny details that when captured by macro, you just say, that's why I'm paying these big bucks, because this is not a factory manufactured.
Now, I've got a segue here. I've got no idea if it's going to work or not, but I want to do it. From tiny details to big cases, your next watch is?
The Patek Aquanaut chronograph.
Well, it's a pretty big case. It was a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah. And look, it was one of those watches at Basel. I saw it and went, oh, wow. Yeah, that's sporty and youthful and what Patek's lacked for years, which is energy. And over the years, it didn't lose that energy. I saw people starting to acquire it.
It was a slow burn. People were a bit uncertain at the start, and it just...
But you know that feeling you get when you start seeing watches actually hit people's wrists, and you're like,
envy.
Oh, in that case, big envy. But I just looked at it on people's wrists in the wild and went, that is delivering on what we said it was in March.
Strong.
It's energetic.
And next up, a watch.
It's the Seiko.
Ooh!
And there's a double hit there.
Really?
It is the Seiko Save the Ocean. So there's two great things about this.
Well, look at you little philanthropist.
I know. It's got a gradient blue dial, which I think really is quite sophisticated for a watch at that price point.
Yeah.
Very nice. And it saves the ocean. They did this great little road show going around showing
the impact of rubbish in the water, which is bad. Quick question for you though.
Sure.
Which there's a few of them.
Yeah.
Do you like the turtle or the one with the crown at 3, or there was that tunic? Do you know which one do you like? The turtle.
With the
turtle power.
Yes,
nice.
turtle power.
I think the fact that it's a turtle and it's saving the ocean.
I know.
Synergy.
It's
synergy.
Yep.
Nice. Perfect.
Okay.
Are we done?
No.
We got more watches? Like what?
Well, it's one that you wore me down on over the year, and that was the Santos. Look, there's been, I just can't overstress to you how much Felix loves the Santos and talks about it, and somehow just works it into conversation.
Hey Felix, how's your day? Hi Santos.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not just copying it at work. On our Instagram feed, someone went to a wedding and they'd recently purchased the Santos. They were wearing it in steel with the suit at a wedding.
And it worked.
And often, again, I put this back to the fact that you guys actually really dictate, or you guys have an impact on our choices, because we see the watches that we've seen at fairs out in the wild and it changes things.
So what you're saying here is you like the Santos because of peer pressure.
Essentially.
You were peer pressured into it.
Oh, very much so.
I'm okay with that in this
Very
case.
much so in your case.
We've rounded the final corner. We're looking down the end.
Guess who's coming? Look out!
Who is it?
It's Tom Hardy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bremont U2 51 Jet.
Like Tom Hardy is not a watch.
No, but he was wearing this in Venom.
Yeah. You
black...
watched it on the plane.
I did.
Did you see the watch? Did
I'll
it
tell
look
you
good?
what, guys, there's a theme here. I get triggered. But he was wearing it in the movie. But I just think Bremont, again, they're resting on classic aviation kind of laurels.
Sure.
And when I see something really modern, like a blacked out watch like the U2, it makes me think of them in a slightly more exciting way.
Okay. Pierre and Jean-Luc have finished their conversation behind us, and we've talked about Bremont, and now we're on to another watch.
Yes, we are. And this is we cross swords here. Ching.
Does it start with an O?
It does.
Does it end with Omega?
It does.
Does it have some initials?
It's a 300 SMP. Look, I've got a controversial statement.
Okay.
I think the 300 SMP is the first Omega dive watch in recent times that can potentially genuinely take down, if not match, the Rolex Submariner. The ceramic, the highly technical finishing of the case, the dial perfection, the extra dial detail with the wave, and just the way it all comes together. You know how a modern Submariner comes together with a lot of gloss and a lot of finish, a lot of polish? The 300 SMP is left wanting nothing. It is a phenomenal, technical, sexy watch, and I'm excited.
You got excited there.
I'm trying not to move as much as I did in the Basel.
We have two watches left?
Correct, yeah.
What are they?
Well, one of them is the same as in my Basel top 10.
Oh, that's
so
fair.
Apologies if there's...
No, you got to, I mean...
But I never lost
makes
the love
sense.
for this.
Makes sense.
The Jacques Drew Grande Second Moon.
Mucho Grande.
In just that inky black.
Remind me why we love it
gold.
again.
Well, it's the colour scheme. I think it's the symmetry of the dial. It's the absolutely unmistakable Jacques Drewness
that's definitely a word.
of the way the dial comes together. Yep. And I think it is that black and gold never gets old.
It doesn't. And end it on a high for me, Andrew. Bring it home.
I will drop you with this because I've never, ever liked this whole collection. And now I do.
Wow, you just said that.
I did. Yep.
I'm
not a Portofino man. A lot of love for IWC.
Porto what?
I know.
Porto how? Porto who?
The hand-wound moon phase.
You went a little nuts over this.
I did, and I really didn't lose the love through the year. It's big.
It's big, it's masculine.
It's masculine, those colours are great. And look, again, the Portofino has had a very big year at IWC in terms of finally getting the gear that other collections have had.
It's so much gear. That is exceptional.
I know.
Wow, what a list.
Let's get back to SRJ 2019.
Yeah. I mean, we've got to go. And
we do.
I think that is all over the.
I know.
That's a beautiful,
I love to
beautiful
surprise
magic
this
mystery
guy.
tour.
I love to surprise this guy.
Well,